From the streets of St. Andrews to the halls of Kensington Palace, Princess Catherine has been on quite the journey, and she's always had the makeup to match. Before Princess Catherine became a royal, she was an art history student at the University of St. Andrews.
We were friends for over a year first, and it just sort of blossomed from then on.
Catherine's makeup at the time showed a natural, unfussy style. It was the early 2000s, so skinny eyebrows were trending, and Catherine kept hers thin and groomed. Like most women in that era, she obviously wasn't shy about using tweezers either. Any kind of foundation was virtually undetectable, and her skin looked lustrous and healthy. Catherine also wore a faint blush, but nothing heavy or noticeable. The same went for bronzers and contouring, all of which was applied with a light hand. The only exception to this was Catherine's eye makeup. Back then, she used a black liner liberally, often followed with mascara. It was evident from her unfussy makeup routine that Catherine didn't consider herself to be a public figure around this time. After all, she was only dating William, and so she clearly saw herself as largely removed from the spotlight. In something of a surprising move, Princess Catherine did her own makeup for her wedding day in 2011. She did at least consult a makeup artist before the wedding so that she could learn the ropes, working with bridal makeup expert Arabella Preston to achieve those dramatic brows, eye makeup, lustrous skin, and pink lips. Writing for the Daily Mail, beauty writer Elsa McAlonen noted that Catherine had no excessive shine on her wedding day, something that often concerns brides. McAlonen added, "Kate's skin had just enough gleam under the bright lights in Westminster Abbey, with no hint of shimmer or shine, and that's probably down to a light dusting of the finest powder applied to the bits most prone to oiliness." Thanks to her deftly applied makeup, Catherine looked like the ideal bride, with pink cheeks, full dark lashes, and glowing skin. One of the biggest changes in Princess Catherine's makeup style came when she switched up her application of eyeliner. Prior to this, Catherine was known for her heavy use of kohl eyeliner on her upper and lower lash lines. This choice was something of a mystery to many, as it appeared almost goth-like on the otherwise delicate and demure princess.
My whole life is a dark room.
Speaking to the Sunday Times Magazine in 2011, acclaimed fashion designer Vivienne Westwood said, "I think she's got a problem with eye makeup. The sharp line around her eyes make her look hard. Either she should be smudgy or wear none." Designers Victor and Rolf also commented on Catherine's eyeliner in 2011. They explained, "We'd like to see her wearing different makeup and hair. Less eyeliner, less hair. It would bring out her natural beauty." It seems like Catherine heard this feedback too, because she changed up her eyeliner soon after. Instead of a harsh line under her eyes, she applied the product with a much lighter hand, smudging it out or even going without under eyeliner altogether. Shortly after her wedding, Princess Catherine got into sunless tanners and bronzers. In 2012, she appeared notably more tanned than she had looked in previous photos. Inevitably, during this time, many tabloids were buzzing about how to get the Kate Middleton tan. Tanning specialist James Harknett told the Daily Mail, "She takes incredibly good care of her skin, so a light sheer self-tan on top is all she needs for a polished glow." Harknett added that Catherine let her tanner fade naturally, as opposed to slathering on more and more color, which is why it looked so natural. He said, "The trick is to moisturize generously, morning and evening, and use a body brush to exfoliate, letting the color fade completely before having a fresh spray." Catherine has often had to walk a fine line with tanning in her use of bronzers and blushes. Because she's naturally quite fair, color shows up dramatically on her skin. The lightest touch of contour and the whole world will know she hollowed out her cheeks. If she goes without some kind of blush or bronzer, though, she could end up looking lifeless.
That's amazing. Wow, congratulations to the both.
I'm quite overcome, actually. It's really exciting.
Princess Catherine seems to change up her makeup style whenever she embarks on a new chapter in her life. So when she and Prince William had children, she appeared to shift her beauty routine yet again. Prior to her pregnancies, Catherine's base tones appeared more bronze and gold. In large part, this was enhanced by her occasional use of spray tan. But she stopped getting spray tans once she was pregnant. In 2013, a source told the Daily Mail that this had been a clue that she was expecting. After all, pregnant women aren't supposed to get them. The source said, "The first sign Kate was expecting came in October when she suddenly canceled her spray tans. She has a lady who goes to Kensington Palace, although she always makes sure it goes on sparingly." Without her trusty tan to give her that golden base, Catherine welcomed her children with a new palette, one that was a little pinker and rosier. Around this time, she embraced her natural pale skin and wore pink blushes, leaning into soft, salmon-colored lips. The look was a more subdued makeup style than people had previously seen of Catherine, marking her transition into motherhood. When she first became widely known following her engagement, Princess Catherine had defined eyebrows that matched her brunette hair. But around 2015, people noticed that Catherine had changed her approach to her brows, with many suggesting that she got a little too heavy-handed. Catherine's brows were fuller and thicker at this time, but in a way that felt unnatural, which was rare for a royal who historically liked to keep her makeup relatively subdued. Her brows had lost their light movement and arch. Instead, they looked heavy and fake, and they ended up aging her. Brow brand founder Natalie Plain told the Daily Mail in 2016, "She's used way too much brow makeup without blending. She has such fine, delicate features, and her brows should complement those, not be distracting." Perhaps hearing what people were saying online, Catherine eased off the dark brows. She still keeps them well-defined, but doesn't fit them in quite so drastically anymore. In September 2021, Princess Catherine and Prince William attended the premiere of No Time to Die at London's Royal Albert Hall.
You have all the time in the world.
Catherine wore a glittering gold gown by Jenny Packham for the occasion. While there was much to love about this look, Catherine's makeup was especially notable. Her dramatic bronze look marked a significant departure from the more simple makeup styles that she had previously favored. Speaking to the Daily Mail, makeup artist Laura Kay explained what made Catherine's makeup so unique at this event. She said, "Kate has applied a bronze cream highlighter to contour the length of her face, contouring the top of her forehead, below her chin, jawline, as well as cheekbones and temples to sculpt and add dimension. She finishes off her look with a tint of rose cream on her cheekbones for extra oomph." Catherine's eyebrows, lifted and full without looking thick from buildup, were also a big talking point of the night. Kay added, "Kate appears to have used a soft pencil to build up her brows to achieve a lamination effect and brushed with a powder to add extra dimension. Catherine also ditched her matte foundation in favor of dewy skin, and she had a light shimmer on her lips." Princess Catherine turned 40 on January 9, 2022. And with the dawning of a new decade, the princess's makeup routine evolved yet again. In September of that year, Prince William and Catherine became the Prince and Princess of Wales, following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. This change in title and duty also appeared to impact the princess's sense of style. Since then, Catherine has found a sophisticated balance between glamour and enhancement of her natural features. She often wears a light foundation and uses blushes and bronzers as needed for a pop of color, and she's also mastered the art of her eye makeup. Having ditched that heavy under eyeliner long ago, she now uses a light brown tone applied in a diffused blur, giving her under eyes a dramatic finish. She still loves liner on the top of her eyes, though, and uses mascara too. Catherine also still loves a defined brow, but she doesn't overdo it and still steers clear of lipstick. Furthermore, she no longer gets spray tans, at least for public events. Princess Catherine and Prince William traveled to Boston at the end of 2022.
I believe that the Earthshot solutions you've seen this evening prove we can overcome our planet's greatest challenges.
They were there to host the second annual Earthshot Prize, and to keep it eco-friendly, Catherine rented a green dress. She also wore an emerald choker made famous by the late Princess Diana. And Catherine's makeup also caught some attention that night. Catherine bypassed her typical subdued makeup in favor of a dramatic lifted eye. She used a rich brown shadow for a smoky statement look that reached out past the corners of her eyes and followed with a liner. Such a sweeping, bold eye isn't a common makeup move for Catherine, and she appeared to attract some praise for it. Pop Sugar even published a piece about her Boston makeup look entitled, "Is it just us, or is Kate Middleton taking bolder beauty risks?" For this event, Catherine stepped out of her comfort zone and went for something bold. A lifted smoky eye is a shrewd makeup tactic to give the illusion of lifted, youthful eyes, and Catherine's Earthshot look did exactly that. Princess Catherine often uses her makeup and style to signal what she's doing. If it's a big event, she'll amp up the dramatic appeal. But if it's work-related, she'll tone things down to keep the focus on the task at hand. This was evident in September 2023 when she brought her Shaping Us program to the National Portage Association to speak about the importance of early childhood development. Instead of wearing her hair down in long curls, Catherine pinned it back. She also wore flats, plain black trousers, and a red blazer, a relatively low-key look for a royal. But the biggest tell that this was all work and no play was Catherine's makeup. Catherine wore a barely there foundation, pale pink blush, eyebrow pencil, and very light eye makeup. Rarely one to wear any kind of lip product, Catherine also kept her lips natural. As makeup artist Sarah Egan told Birdie, Kate is known for her natural makeup look that showcases beautiful, glowy skin with a darker eye and a natural pink lip. As the 2020s have rolled on, Catherine has continued to experiment with her minimal makeup looks. It's rare to see her with absolutely no makeup on, of course. Instead, Catherine has started wearing a very light kind of makeup to events.
And here, look, young people, and together. This is marvelous.
By 2025, Princess Catherine had cemented her distinctive makeup style. At royal engagements, like the Commonwealth Day service in March 2025 or the St. Patrick's Day parade later that month, she showed signs of a revamped yet classic approach to her makeup. For these events, she bucked makeup trends and instead focused on a consistent makeup routine that was both flattering and elegant. She showed off her glowing skin, embracing its more pale natural tone compared to the spray tan era of a bygone age, though she did add some color with a warm, golden-toned blush. The princess's love of dramatic eye makeup has also remained as part of her style. She leans on neutral, rich eyeshadows in combination with liner and thick lashes. It seems she'll always love a detectable eyeliner, and she uses mascara liberally, adding a dramatic flourish to her routine. She's even started incorporating lip color, mostly soft, peachy tones. To some, Catherine's latest makeup evolution points to her future role with the British monarchy. A style expert, Miranda Holder, told Hello, "She has literally been rebranded in line with her new level of authority as the Princess of Wales and her position as our future queen." While this rebranding applies to Catherine's style as a whole, it also includes her makeup. She seems to have found a cosmetic style that works for her, one that reflects her essential role within the firm.